veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Actually Aubrey. We're here today with somebody very popular, very important, very known, acclaimed worldwide, DJ Quicksilver from Love and Marriage DC and from the DC area with the radio show. Tell them about it, Quicksilver.
Money, I owe you for this intro.
I got a cash app. I'll slide that to you later.
I'm honored to be here. I'm blessed and highly favored. Like I said, I'm based out of the DC area, but my radio show is nationally syndicated. So you can hear me live every day, 3 to 7 in DC, Maryland, Virginia, Cincinnati, Columbus, Ohio, Philly, Jersey, Delaware, Mississippi. I mean, I'm all over the place.
That is so awesome. I got a daughter in that DMV area, and she listens to your show regularly. So I'm really excited. She's going to be so proud of me getting to actually interview you. And of course, you know, Alex here, you guys have met in person.
That's my family.
Yeah, my sister Tasha, aka Talk to Tosh. You know, she works with DJ Quicksilver, you know, on a regular basis. So that's like family. Thursdays. Yep, absolutely. And Quick, are you comfortable with Quick or DJ Quicksilver? Or
yeah, that's a good question, Alex.
Everybody calls me Quick or Quicksilver. Nobody really calls me DJ Quicksilver. Even my granny calls me Quick.
Okay, just want to be respectful. I don't know what you like. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it though.
Yeah, but I want to thank Quicksilver's team, man. I want to thank your guys, Sean and Jay, for making this possible, and also, of course, you know, my sister Tasha, who I love dearly, you know. And we're glad you're here, man. And we're gonna speak about a few things. We know you don't have a lot of time. You're a busy man, you know. But we want to find out too for the audience is that if I ask you to describe yourself, who is Quicksilver in a nutshell?
That's amazing you said that, because I actually have a documentary coming out. I'm not sure if this is exclusive. I think I've spoken about this publicly before, but I have a documentary coming out the end of this year called "Who is Quicksilver?" That's the name of the documentary.
Really?
Yeah. It's called "Who is Quicksilver?" Because if you ask 10 people who's Quicksilver, all 10 are going to say something different. First, I'm going to say I'm a husband and I'm a dad. That's first and foremost. On top of me being a husband and a dad, I hate the question, Quicksilver, what do you do for a living? Because if you ask 10 people, you might say Quicksilver was a nationally syndicated radio host, right? Somebody else might say, oh, Quicksilver, he's a reality TV star. If you ask somebody else, they're going to say Quicksilver's a business owner. He owns a nightclub. Then the other person going to say, well, he owns 2 DJ schools. But he owns a wrestling league. Yeah. I mean, he's an award-winning DJ who DJs all over the country. I'm also a philanthropist. I'm also an inspirational speaker. I'm also a community activist. I just got put on the Wall of Fame at Ben's Chili Bowl in DC for 20 years of community service. So,
wow,
it's hard to answer that question because, once again, and those are just the things I'm telling you off the top of my head. If I had time, I could sit down with 50 other things that I do for a living that most people don't know about. Most people think that Quicksilver's a DJ, a reality TV star, and a family man, and that's all they really know. Right. But when you see my documentary, Who is Quicksilver, you're going to be like, wow, I thought I knew him because I saw him on TV, but I knew nothing about him.
Yeah. And this has to be synergy for me to say that. And that's the title of your upcoming documentary. Yeah. That's just bananas, you know.
And do we have a date? Do we have a date on when the documentary will be out?
It's looking like it's definitely fourth quarter. So I wanted to put it out around my birthday on November 4th, but I don't want to rush it. So I'm probably going to push it to the top of the year, right after New Year's. because as you know, of course, we've already announced that we signed on for season 2. When I say we, me and my wife Ashley, so we start filming next week, and we'll be filming for the next 6 months. So
Really?
season 1, you got us for 10 episodes. Season 2, you're gonna have 22 episodes, so a lot more quick and nasty on your TV.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know what?
congratulations.
Yeah, congrats on that. And like I said before, I want to attribute that growth, first of all, to you guys, to your hard work and your work ethic, but also to podcasters like us and our viewers and the listeners who actually push the show and push for it to come back for a second season, third season, fourth season, and we do that for a lot of these shows, Ready to Love and Put a Ring on It and Bell Collective, because we're about seeing people come up. That's what it is.
I tell everybody, anybody who says the biggest crap of I'm self-made, that's like probably one of the biggest lies in the world. Nobody's self-made. Everybody is who they are successful because of people like you guys who support them. So if you've ever heard me speak, I've never ever in my life called someone a fan. You're supporters. And so I want to say thank you for supporting me, and to all the amazing listeners and viewers that are watching this program. I say thanks in advance.
And I want to tell everybody too, while we have QuickSilver here, I actually met Quick in person last year, September 18th. And he's nothing but a gentleman. But a gentleman.
Thank you.
Any questions, Aubrey? You want me to kick it off?
Go ahead and kick it off. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to find out quick for our viewers. First of all, how are you and Ashley and the family?
Everybody's amazing, man. The wife is amazing. The kids are growing up so fast, it's scary. I got my daughter's Ashton, who is the diva of divas. She's 9, grade turn 10, and my son Antonio, get a little quick. He's grade turn 15. So the kids are great. The wife is amazing. While I'm here, I got to plug it. She has a book that's coming out on her birthday, October 23rd. Am I allowed to curse on here?
Not really, but
we kind of prefer. We try to keep it PG-13 for the family, but
So the name of her book, I'm gonna say, it's called Do That Ish.
Yes, there we go. Thank you.
So my wife has a self-help book called Do That Ish that's coming out on October 23rd. She just did pre-orders last week. They sold out on pre-orders on Barnes and Nobles, on Amazon. So she is super busy. On top of being a reality TV star, and a mom and a business owner, she's also an author now. She said referred to her as Author Ash.
Author Ash. Gotta play on words.
I love it.
Does she play tennis?
No.
Of course not.
Oh man. Funny. Yeah, I want to ask you quick too. How much of your castmates do you guys mingle off the air? You guys are just on the show? No, it's just on the air.
I everybody that you saw on the show, I knew pretty much everybody before we started filming. I knew Jamie the longest because we're kind of in the same field. He's a promoter, and we've been doing parties together. We started in CIAA actually in Charlotte, not even DC, probably about 15, 16 years ago. So I knew him. I knew his wife, Raina, of course, because I met her a few times through Jamie. And as far as Chris and Monique, of course, Chris Sam was a legendary football player.
Yeah, football. Mm-hmm.
Me, I was a DJ for the Ravens for about 16 seasons, but even then, I would still do a lot of work. Yeah, thank you. I would do a lot of work with they were then the Redskins. They're the Commanders now, which is the dumbest name ever. Got time to go back and forth on that one. So I knew of them, and I had met Monique a few times through my wife, Ashley. Tasha and Neil, I really didn't know that well. I met them once the show started. But since we've filmed, all of us, we have group chat, so we talk about little stuff. It's not always about the show. It's just, they check on my kids, I check on their kids. So it's definitely we've built a bond outside of just what you see on TV.
Yeah, is the strife with Winter, does that permeate off the screen and on the screen, or is that something
that's real? Like, that wasn't acting. We have no, and that's one of the only people on this show, honestly, that we don't know. When I say at all, like at all, that's why when even the BS allegations that we all know that's not true now, we were all like this. You're coming on a show called Love and Merge just to be messy, and that's not who we are. This show is not like Love and Hip Hop. This is not a show where it thrives off of negativity. The reason why Carlos King and King the Rain started this show was to really show black couples married couples, not boyfriend, girlfriend, divorcees. So it was about us showing married couples and how we navigate through life and through business. So when she got thrown on the show, everybody in the cast was like, okay, this is awkward. You know, she's single. But and then, you know, after episode 1 or 2, it's like, okay, we see, you know, at the end of the day, it's entertainment, so it's reality TV. So you have to have some drama.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what, you know, there's our drama. She can be the mess of the show. So everything that we talked about in that show, like, this is real life, as I say. My hashtag is in real life. We don't rock with her at all. We're not friends with her at all. We don't speak to her at all. We're not cordial. If she walked in the room right now, I would walk by. No hard feelings. Wish you the best. I'm happy. I'm successful. I wish you the same. So there's no hard feelings with her or anybody she's dealing with. But are we ever going to be cordial again? Absolutely not even close.
Yeah, she was very venomous towards you guys on the show.
I mean, but that was her. That was a character, like, you know. And I think that's what me and Ashley, if you watched the reunion, I'm sure you did. You know, when we blew up, it was like, you know, we're on this show to. And one thing that I said on the reunion is that reality TV and social media, they don't break up strong relationships. They expose weak ones. Ashley are very strong on and off the camera, on and off social media. So we were never worried about social media or reality TV breaking us up. And that was one of the biggest things when I first signed on, because I'm such a public name and a respected name. A lot of people are like, why would QuickSilva do reality TV? It's just mess. It just, you know, I'm already, you know, I have money. I have the stardom and the fame. A lot of people go on reality TV because they need fame and they need money. I don't need either one. So a lot of people were kind of confused, like, why I would did it. But, you know, I really did it because I believe this show could show a different side of reality TV. So that's why we even agreed to do the show and sign up for a second season. So like I say, all the mess, that's not who we are. That's not what we stand for. If I was a messy person, I wouldn't be in the position positively that I am today.
Yeah.
I have, excuse me, guys. I have a quick question. I want to just jump in. As you were saying about the show being renewed, is there any, can you confirm or not confirm about the couple Joy and Clifton coming on the show as season 2?
This is new to me. I don't even know who that is.
Joy from from Ready to Love.
Potomac.
Potomac.
DC? Was it DC or Potomac?
Potomac.
I know of them. I think I met them a few times through my wife Ashley. I think they came to one of my events. I think Ashley invited them to one of her mom telly events. So I can't confirm more than that. I honestly, and if I knew, I really have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You just thought I would ask. Okay.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead, Alex.
Yeah.
Ask me anything. If I can answer anything, I'm gonna answer. But if I can't, I'm Beyonce. I'm not a person that answers the question just to make the blogs. Like, if I don't know.
Right. You know, and throughout the season, quick of the show, we fell in love with your wife Ashley because she don't take no stuff. You know what I mean? Right. Exactly. So and so at the reunion, when she was going at Winter and defending you in that regard, because she's gonna defend her man at all costs. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the same for Ashley no matter what.
Right. So the audience was like, you know, all the viewers afterwards and bloggers and everybody was like, well, why did Quick go at a woman like that? Why didn't he just let his wife take care of it? So what was it that triggered you in that moment that you had to jump ahead of Ashley?
That's what was amazing about reality TV and I'll call it Black Twitter, is that people hear and see what they want to hear and see. So if you actually watched, and I'm so thankful to Carlos and the producer Brent, because they slowed it down and they put it in closed captions. But once again, people hear and see what they want. It said, biggest day, and I quote, "I'm not talking to Winter, I'm talking to him," end quote. I said, I would never call a woman a B word. That's not who I am. So, of course, her fans and the people who just don't like the Silvers for whatever reason, which is that's a you problem, not a me problem. They ran with it, and I'm like, so of course these people did not listen because I quoted, "I'm not talking to her." And even when it aired, shout out to Monique because she really jumped out there. You know, she was trying to get some sympathy and empathy, and she's tweeting, "See what I mean? This guy." And Monique said, stop. What we're not going to do is try to come for Quick's character because you know damn well he wasn't talking to you. Now, of course, when you edit things, it's reality TV. They edited it to make it seem like you don't know who he's talking to. So people started forming their own opinion, but it said biggest day. And that's why Monique was there, and everybody who was there, they knew that this had nothing to do with her. She just happened to be the messenger at the time. I was talking about, and once again, I don't give free publicity, but what y'all did not see was before we aired that reunion. The reunions are short; they're shot in real time, so they weren't rehearsed or anything like that. But a day or so before then, her and some friend of hers that she claims that's just her friend, they were on an Instagram live. And once again, let me reiterate this: I don't know them from a can of paint. Like, we don't hang in the same circles, we don't hang around the same people, we're not in the same tax bracket. Like, I don't know anything. Like we're just not at all. Like, not even remotely close. Her and the guy, they're on Instagram live, and they're talking about my wife Ashley, and they're throwing little shots, and he takes her phone and says, yeah, they better watch it. You know what I mean? And quick, I know him in real life. You know, he don't want no problems. So once again, I don't know where y'all come from, but I'm an ex-street dude that didn't go to college. I've been shot, I've been stabbed. I talk publicly about my past. My past was not pretty. But where I'm from, if Alex says to me, quick, when I see you, it's on site, just understand, Alex, when I see you, it's on site.
It's on site.
I don't care about the backlash or the social media commentary. Those are people who live on their thumbs. I live in real life. So when he was going on and on, when I seen her, Ashley, she had said something, and if you watch, I want people to go back and rewatch it. Ashley had said, and tell him, and that's when I jumped out there, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth, talking to him. And that's when they edited that to make it look like I was talking to her, which once again I was not. And then that's when I went off because she had called herself threatening me and Ashley, like, you don't want me to call, you want me to call him right now? And I said, call that B. He's a B. He's a B. When I see him in real life, he's a B. So then that's when you saw Chris like, hold on. And then I said, I'm not talking to her. I would never call a black woman or any woman. I have a daughter and a wife. But he's a B. And when I come to his face, I'm a man. I stand on what I say. So if I said something, you can question me and take it to the bank. If I see him today, like he knows, like, I mean, reality TV, quick, and who I am, like, he don't want no smoke with me. So and I'm not threatening anybody on an interview, but just know that energy that I had wasn't towards her at all. So if anybody thought it was, I apologize, not for the energy, because I mean what I said, and I'm never going to backtrack on what I said.
Right.
But I hate
misperception.
I hate that it came off. And then, once again, not you guys, but you have certain blogs. It's oh my gosh, how can this guy be vitamin every day and he's calling a woman to be? I'm like, oh my God. So what you'll never see out of me is me going back and forth on social media because you can't win.
Yeah, and dudes like that, like I said, I grew up in Brooklyn. I came up in the 70s, rough during those times. I'm a lot like you, grew up in the streets, had a lot going on, gangs and all this stuff. Right. So when we tell a guy, there's two things you tell a guy. When I see you, I want to talk to you, right? That means we're going to have a conversation. And if I say to you,
it's on site.
It's on site.
You're gonna punch me in my face. That's what I took.
That's different. That's it.
Right. So,
okay, you guys are hip to me, and I'm from Detroit. I don't know none of that stuff, but I'm a church girl, so I don't know. But I get it. Quick, I really do get it. Growing up in Detroit, I get it. And you know what? A man has to be about. He has to have. A man has to have backbone, right? A man has to have backbone. I can sit back and be the dainty flower because I expect, if you're my man, I expect you to protect me.
And I actually know that no matter what. If a man says it's on site, I can't wait to see you, sir. I see. Oh, right. You know how some people say they wish things. They say that they pray it don't happen. I wish it would happen. Yeah, I wish.
Right.
Exactly. Wow, our viewers are really responding too. They like the fact that you do not do that back and forth.
Yeah. So any surprises, quick, for the upcoming season that you can probably preface us on without spoilers?
We haven't started filming yet. I mean, once again, I'm not trying to keep anything from you guys. I'm a very open book when I can. We haven't started filming yet. We start filming. It's supposed to be next Monday, but in typical QuickSilver fashion, he's busy. So I had to go to Cancun and DJ for a festival, and I don't get back until that Wednesday. So I think we started filming the day I get back, and yeah, and once again, I can't give you any tidbit because, like, once again, we literally have not started filming yet. They I think they're coming to my house this week to scout the house out and scout out, just to make sure we haven't changed anything in the house. But so far, unfortunately, I wish I had better news, but I don't. Sorry.
I got a DJ question for you. I know sometime, I've been to parties when I used to party. I don't do that no more. But when I used to go to clubs or house parties back in the day, when something pop off, all you got to hear is a couple of shots, pop, pop, and every place go crazy. So were you ever in that situation? What's the wildest situation you've been in when you were DJing and something popped off?
Man, I have 100,000. I'll give you one. The first club I played at in my life was a club called Club Indigo. That was a club in Baltimore that got me my introduction to the business. I was only 15 years old at the time. I wasn't old enough to be in the club. But the club, the night they closed down, I literally, it was a humongous fight inside. And as we all, when I say we, me, my brothers, my all my crew, as we're walking out, all you hear is and you just see bodies dropping. So about 4 people, probably about 15 people got shot, but like 4 people literally like fell out and they died like right in front of all of us.
Wow.
Needless to say that they shut the club down, but that was one of many things that I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
Does that ever give your wife Ashley? Does that ever give her room to just say, you know what, hon? I don't know. Maybe it's time for you to get out of this particular segment of the game. I mean, because that would concern a lot of people. If that's their significant other. I'm just being serious.
No, absolutely, and that's a very valid point. I'm glad you brought that up. At this point in my life and career, I move a lot smarter. So we vet a lot of you just can't book QuickSilva at your local bar and lounge. And one, I'm too expensive, but two, I just wouldn't do it because I have a team of people. Even before we did this interview, you go through Sean, then Jay sent it to EO, then 5
before they had to vet the heck out of Alex.
So, y'all kind of witnessed it firsthand, but that's it.
Right.
You're talking to podcast. If you were booking me for a concert, it's 10 times worse because now my agent gets involved and my lawyer. So I say all that to say, how I move now, I would never even put myself in that position. And then when I do get booked, I have a team. I have a security now. I have a team of people that their one job is to get me home every night. Because they when I make money, they make money. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That does. And I want to just real quick, Alex, hold on 1 second. So is that really your true manager that appears on Love and Marriage DC that was in many of the scenes, as your manager? I really liked him.
Sean Caesar, that's my manager. I actually signed to Unruly in 1995. So I've been signed to Sean Caesar over 20 plus years now. So that's real. That nothing you saw on TV was fake.
Okay, I got the sense. I mean, and you said that he's kind of like
my dad,
like your dad. He's like a father figure,
and the reason why, as you know, I talked about it. I lost my parents at a young age. I lost my mom when I was 10. My dad when I was 18. And Sean, I just signed to Sean 3 years prior to my dad passing away, and he came to my dad's funeral. And I'm a 18-year-old boy, fresh out of high school, no degrees, have been through hell, and he says to me, "I got you." And from 1998 to the present, when he said he got me, and we went.
Wow.
We're partners now. We own each other already. We own, more businesses than we can count at this point together. So that's not just my manager. That's my partner who happens to be management.
Wow, that's like what, like 35 years? Something like 35 years? 88?
I can't think the math right now.
Yeah.
25, something like that.
25? Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah. And quick, I want to ask you this before we let you get out of here soon. Your vulnerability on the show, because I had a father. This dude was tough as nails, man. He just didn't cry. He shot people. He stabbed people. That's just the kind of father I had. And he didn't go for that crying, soft stuff, Oh. And I grew up the same way. I didn't cry, no matter how bad I was hurt or anything. But as I've gotten older and went through a lot of stuff in my own life and understood the power of vulnerability, and when you have people that sincerely love you, that you can be vulnerable with. I sense that maybe you've gotten there. It don't mean we got to be blubbering every damn day, you know, crying and blubbering every day. But do you feel safe enough now at this point in your life with the wife that you got, do or die, you know, that you can go home sometime if you need to hug and maybe let out a tear too?
It's not that I feel safe. I know I'm safe. It's a big difference. I always say words matter. My wife Ashley has taught me the meaning of unconditional love, and she's helped me to become more vulnerable. Like I said, I grew up in East Baltimore on Shady Side Road, where being vulnerable got you killed, or being vulnerable got you locked up, or bullied. So the worst thing you want to do was be a vulnerable guy, because you didn't stand a chance of making it in the neighborhood. And even you know, I was taught not to cry, and I talked about this once again on the show. I didn't cry at my mom's funeral. I was 10 years old, because me and my two brothers, before we walked into the funeral home, we were in the limousine, and my dad said, "Man up. We're going to walk in this church like men, and we're going to walk out like men. Men don't cry. Men don't show weakness. So whatever y'all want to do, get it out now, because when we walk in that church, we walk in there, us four as men." And that stuck with me. I didn't cry at my dad's funeral. I mean, I've lost since then my mom, my dad, my stepmom. I didn't cry in any of these funerals, because I was just taught never to show that emotion, especially in public. Now, do I cry when I'm home by myself with the doors closed? Yeah, but you won't see it. Nobody will see it. Ashley was the first one who taught me that it's okay to cry, and you're not weak, because she know I'm not weak. She know I'm about that life. But you know, when I cried around her, I never felt like she judged me. And then it showed me that I can be vulnerable. When you saw me crying on TV, that was not scripted. I mean, my mother wrote me a letter before she passed away. And, you know, one of the first lines in the letter is, "As we discussed, Mom is about to die." That's a lot for a 10-year-old to take.
Oh, yeah.
When I was at my dad's gravesite with my brothers, I've only read that letter maybe 3 times in my life, including that time. That probably was the 3rd time. I just can't get through it, because even though I'm 41 years old and I'm a strong, successful black man, when I read that letter, I'm the same 9-year-old who read it the first time. So mentally, I go back into that space. So that wasn't a moment, but I'm glad that moment was shown on TV, because it showed other men who grew up like me that it's okay to cry. That does not make you weak. So I'm glad that moment.
Oh, quick, we done lost him.
Yeah, he probably will come back. There he is.
There he is. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody's calling me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was just about to say too, I have to say I commend you. It may seem like a simple thing, but for you to display and talk about your vulnerability, for you to you really spoke to my heart. You really spoke to my heart, and I'm sure you spoke to a lot of people, particularly in our Black, Latino, African American, people of color community, where we're often taught to not show emotion, to be strong at all times, and not to cry. And like you said, specifically for men not to cry, you addressing that really, it really was a turning moment for me. Like, I felt like there were many moments that you and your wife had on the show where you were able to show vulnerability. And I feel like you know, definitely need to come back. You guys, I'm glad you're coming back, because you're being real. You're showing that vulnerability. So please don't change that in season 2.
No. So and it's so amazing, and you sound like the producers talking to me. One thing that they said to me, they like, "Quick, you had a fan base before the show, and your fan base were fans of yours from radio and from and DJing nightclubs and concerts and tours." He said, "But your audience now is different because of these moments on the show." He said, "Like, you being vulnerable." He said, "You have no idea what this did for you as a brand." So they like, "Yo, you need to." Of course, we want to see DJ Quicksilver, but we already know who he is. But we don't know who that side of this that you're talking about. Like, people want to see that side of you. They don't want to see you just partying every day on TV and talking about how much money and cars and big your house is, which I'm not. But they want to see that you're a real human being that has emotion. So you will see a lot more of that on season 2.
Yeah. And quick, this is my last question before we let you get out of here. We know you're busy. Your phone's starting to ring.
I know.
You know, so I'm gonna ask this. when I was in school, high school, elementary school, I went to school with a guy named Caesar. And Caesar was a smaller guy. He was tough as he can be. And he was a smaller guy. But I guess he felt because he was a smaller guy, he had to be a little extra tough, you know. And because I was a bigger guy, they felt like, you know, okay, what's up, big man? What's up? Everybody came at me. What's up, big man? They didn't really mess with Caesar like that, but he was extra tough. Did you ever have to deal with that because you was a smaller stature?
Well, here's the funny thing. I never looked at myself as small, quick. I've been big, quick my whole life. Right. So, you know, I'm 5'5", 5'6", whatever I am. But I've been well respected since day one. And, you know, how I grew up, people knew not to mess with me, and not just because me. You know, my circle of friends and family were, without incriminating myself on this, is that no one messed with us, if that makes sense.
Right.
So,
yeah, it make a whole lot of sense.
I had those problems. You know, a lot of problems that people have. I ain't had them problems, and to this day, I still don't have those problems.
Yeah.
So you know, my size ain't had nothing to do with what's the whole saying? It ain't the size of the fight in the dog. It ain't the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
Right.
People knew you mess with me or the Silvers or my crew.
Right.
We can make it real uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
Yep. Now you can't go to church on Sunday, and you can't be at the market with your wife, and you can't take your kids to the fair because now it's uncomfortable for you because now you got the Silvers on your butt, and it's a bad place to be.
That's how my man Caesar was. He made it plain. You know what I mean? He made it plain. So yeah, real stuff, man. So
I appreciate y'all, man. And I hate to wrap this up.
We want to thank you, Quick. We want to thank you, and we hope that you'll consider us to come back and do interviews. Season 2. We really enjoyed you, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you.
And I'm a man of my word. Now that we've talked, and I know that y'all are cool. My team won't put y'all through so many hoops to book me next time.
Okay, right.
It's a little easier.
I appreciate it, bro. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. I'll be in touch.
Y'all be safe.
All right, bro. Peace.
Go ahead and drop down. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye now.
World-renowned DJ Quick was in the house talking to Actually
I gotta
Aubrey.
give applause. Hey, hold on. He was really cool, and he went out of his way to give us extra time from what his team told us he would have available. So we really do appreciate you, DJ Quicksilver. We really do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look forward to seeing him again in person and speaking to him again on Actually Aubrey. And I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. I hope you guys really enjoyed it out there.
Hope you guys enjoyed our sit down conversation. We want to also thank, of course, our always stupendous moderators, Monique King, LMV, Jay Wadley, and others as they come in. We want to thank you so much. We want to thank you as the viewers and the chat family for being here. The A-Team members, Roro, Monique King, LMV. We want to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank you, Alex, so much. You made my dream come true. You really did. Well, once again. Once again, I know what this is gonna cost me.
I'm gonna tell everybody in the chat, Aubrey be having me working. Y'all don't know. She a slave driver. I'm telling you.
No, more like taskmaster. I like that word better.
Taskmaster? Okay, we'll use that.
Yeah. Or you can just call me the general.
The general. You must sell insurance. Oh my goodness,
guys! But we're gonna get on out of here. We want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging in there with us. And I think we learned a lot. We know that for sure they're coming back for season 2 with Love and Marriage DC, right?
22 episodes. That's a big jump from 10. Wow.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Alex, tell them real quick what you got going on your channel before we get out of here, okay?
Yeah, I'm over there on Magnetic Repellent. Come find me over there. I'm doing new videos every other day or every third day, and I'm doing a lot of shorts as well. I'm keeping up with trending stuff and stuff that's been on my mind for a long time, a lot of years. I'm doing videos on stuff like that. So please come over there and hit me on Instagram, AWLeaf67 on IG. Hit me up.
Yeah. Go ahead, talk a little bit more. Tell them about some of the topics that you recently done
Oh,
too.
the
Okay?
topics. Well, you know, I've been covering the Ime
The,
Udoka
the
Boston
ones you
Celtics
can
coach.
talk about here,
Yeah,
guys.
the ones I can't talk about. The Ime Udoka Boston
Don't
Celtics
tell them
coach.
about that one about the grave.
Oh, no. Which is a
That's a
true
hot
story.
mess.
The
Yeah, true
craziness.
story. True
Yeah.
story.
But yeah, Ime Udoka has really been trending. That's Nia Long's fiance, 12 years a girlfriend type thing, and that
Okay.
y'all always talk about. So I covered that in a couple of videos. I've been covering trending topics like the one with the 15-year-old boy that destroyed his mother's house. I mean, that's a very popular one. And what she's going through with the 15-year-old mentally ill son, the things that she has to deal with. So there's a lot of good stuff there. There's some finance stuff there, investing, real estate answers to questions that you guys probably should look at if you're looking to buy your first property or first home. So there's a lot of videos there, and I'm just building on that daily. Jeremy Speaks TV in the house.
Yeah,
Um,
always.
Jeremy has allowed me to come on his channel and bootleg some subscribers. So I appreciate
What?
that.
Jeremy, you didn't even let me do that. Uh-oh. Wait a doggone minute. What in the hey? What
Because
in the world?
you're not magnetic repellent. Jeremy loves me. You know,
I think he cares for me too. I think he cares for me deeply.
I think so. I think so.
Just tell us one more thing about you got some shorts over on your channel. What's trending as far as your shorts?
Yeah, the shorts are trending, of course. I mean, you don't want me to talk about the one I just posted. you
Well,
know,
no, not here,
but
not here.
not
but
here. But the guy desecrated his wife's grave. So you guys can go over there and look at that. That's a true story out of Orangetown, New York.
you
I covered that in the short.
Okay, it's
Um,
not a short, but there was a topic you did recently about the woman who has a son that has mental health
yeah, I just
issues.
spoke about that. Yeah, I just spoke
Oh,
about
okay,
that. Yeah, the 15-year-old boy that
okay.
destroyed his mother's house. Yeah. Also spoke about the Ime Udoka situation on my shorts. I also asked questions. There's a video called The Cheating Choice. You guys should go and look
Oh,
at.
the cheating choice. Now
The
that one I
cheating
haven't
choice.
seen. I thought I was up on all of your videos. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I got one called Muhammad Ali, which is
That's a great one. I saw
yeah.
that. I love that. I think I watched that. I think I watched that at least 20 times.
Right. Yeah, that's a great one because he was
He's
my
one of my
all-time hero.
right. He's one of my favorite icons too, for sure.
Yeah, so but I appreciate you let me put it on blast, Aubrey, and you guys going over there and check out some of them videos and help me grow as you've been doing. So I really appreciate that.
Right, right. Go over there, check it out, and you know the deal. Just like here, just go ahead. I'm asking you to go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down when we end this, wrap this up in just a second. And we want to
Hmm.
thank you once again for being here, guys. And we'll see you back here actually on tomorrow because we had to move our Bell Collective reunion recap, and we've got a special guest that we'll be featuring tomorrow. So be a surprise. But we will be back on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys, right?
Yep, love you guys.
Love you guys. Later.